Yo, what's good with y'all, yo? It's your boy John. Now, being alone. Here to talk to y'all today about being alone. Alright, so being alone. So when you think being alone, there's multiple things that can come to your head. You could think being alone physically, aka like you in your room alone, you in your car alone, whatever, right? Or you could think being alone mentally. You think, oh, you going through some tough times in your life. You going through some hardships, whatever. Maybe you don't got no money. You broke, and you feel like you're alone. You feel like you're alone. You feel like nobody is there for you. Or you walk into a room. You walk into a room and everybody just talking on some bullshit, talking about some bullshit, talking about motherfucking Kardashians or something, talking about I don't know, talking about just like some cartoons or some shit. I don't know, some random shit. And you listening to niggas talking, you just like I don't, you just like you're not vibing with it. Like you just like I don't get you. Like I don't give a fuck. You feel alone, right? Or also you can feel alone, or think about it in a spiritual sense. You feel alone spiritually. You feel like you don't. You feel like you don't have you don't feel like you don't have like support when it comes to this life, like besides you feel like besides other people and yourself, that you feel like nothing else is here to help you. You feel like there's nothing else here to help you and support you and keep you forward and keep you um learning new things and improving your mindset and whatnot. Or like you could, like, for example, being atheist, believing that there's no that believing that all life is just the flesh. All life is just you here, you just here, you born, and then you live your life, you make some money, and then one day you just die, and then that's it, and there's nothing else to it. So so I'm gonna go over all three in this one video. All right, so let's I'm gonna go over all three in this one video, but I'm gonna condense it all into basically one whole concept that's gonna tie everything together. And you should understand, no, you will understand by the end of the video, or if you don't understand by the end of the video, then you will understand eventually, as after your mind digests it, after you ponder it or whatever. And if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, then it's either a problem on my hand explaining it, or it's a problem on your hand of not having an open mind enough to think about what I gotta say and think about what I'm saying and try to apply it to your life unbiased. So let's just get into it. So physically, mentally, spiritually, being alone. So what does it mean to be alone exactly? So when you're alone, different some people attach different vibrations, different feelings to being alone, right? Some people look at being alone and they associate being alone with sadness, being somebody that's not there. I mean, with sadness, somebody's not there for you. You don't have support. Uh, 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 yeah, like sadness. Nobody's there for you. You don't have support. You don't have a fucking shoulder to lean on or whatever, right? And other people, on the other hand, some people look at being alone as a fucking gift, a blessing, a blessing. Like some people look at alone and say, "Damn, I love being alone. I'm able to be alone in my own thoughts. I'm able to chill. I'm able to be me. I'm able to be myself. I'm able to um to have peace, to be at peace because I'm alone or whatever, right? So so talking to so talking to the people who are number one, option A, the people that look at being alone as this negative thing, that's so bad because it makes you feel bad or whatever, right? Being alone, if you feel bad because you're alone, or you feel like you're alone, It's simply, long story short, it's simply because of the way that you think. That's it. It's because of the way that you think. It is because of the way that you think. How you think, and what goes on in your inner world, right here, your brain, your body, your gut, all that, how you think influences and determines your reality. So, what do I mean? So let's say that you feel like you're like the physical, mental, and the spiritual. So let's say that you feel like nobody is there for you in life, and that you're going at this shit alone, and you're so stressed out because you're going at this shit alone, and nobody's there for you, or whatever, right? All right. If you feel sadness because you feel as if there's nobody there for you and whatnot, then it's probably because of something that's happened to you in the past that's created this certain pattern of thinking, or these certain different paradigms in your head, or whatever, that leads you to now associate being alone with nobody is there for me, or being alone with damn, I'm fucking lame, I'm motherfucking I ain't shit, or saying defeating stuff like that, attaching negative things to that. You just need to realize that our lives are an accumulation of experiences that lead us up to this current moment. Everything in life is simply an experience. From the time that you were born to now was an experience. You don't remember being born. You don't remember all those things that when you don't remember certain things from the time you were born, or whatever, when you were a baby to when you're 5 years old, for example, right? Obviously. But you just need to understand that everything that you experience from the time you were born to now, no matter how old you are, whether you be 10, you be 20, whether or not you're 30, 40, you're 80 years old, 100 years old, everything from the time you were born to now is simply an experience that simply just accumulation, an abundance of experiences. And and you need to realize that your experiences are what create you. Their experiences are what create your ego. They're what create your personality in certain ways. It's all about your experiences, and your experiences shape the way that you think. Your experiences shape the way that you think, and the way that you think determines how you operate and move throughout this world. So if some shit happened in your life, like for example, you came upon some money, you was trying to start a business or some shit, and you was trying to start a business with your friend, and your friend fucked around and snaked you, took your money and dipped off, right? Some people look at that, and go, damn, I just got snaked. Like why would this happen to me? Like, why me? All this different shit. Like, no. You need to look at it. It's about the way you think, because you see right there saying why me, and why does this happen to me, and why this, why that, fuck, all this different stuff, all these negative emotions, all that is, those reactions are based upon how you think. It's all how you think. Your subconscious mind, your subconscious, your conscious, your unconscious mind, all of it is based upon how you think. Because that same person that got snaked by his friend and got the money taken, whether it be $1,000 or even if it was $100,000, that same person in the same scenario somewhere else could look at that situation and say, damn, that's unfortunate, but it's all good. Now I know not to fuck with that nigga no more. Now I know to move in a certain way so that this doesn't happen to me. And now I know that, and now I'm able to come back even better. and make better decisions for myself. And now now the quality of my life can increase and be better, because now that I know better, I can do better. You see, it's based upon the way that you think. So that applies to being alone and whatnot. If you feel alone, if you attach negative feelings to being alone, it's all about how you think, because at the end of everything, we're all spiritual beings. You're a soul inhabiting this body. You're not just this body that's moving throughout this world with no fucking purpose and just a pile of flesh. You're a soul that's inhabiting this body. And when you die, your soul is going to move on to the next experience. Like, what do you think astral projection is and whatnot? That's all it is. So when you think in terms of that, in terms of the spiritual aspect, you being a soul, you need to realize that there's entities, spirits in this world that help you and have been helping you all throughout life. Whether you want to call it God, whether you want to call them your spirit guides, whatever. At the end of the day, throughout your life, from the time you were born to now, there's been some type of force outside of you, outside of your parents, outside of people in general, that has been helping you, that has been guiding you, that has been there for you, that has always been there for you. Your higher self, because you realize that with more knowledge is power. And with the more knowledge that you have, the better you're able to upgrade your perspective. The better you're able to leave this matrix, leave your ego, and say, I am the soul. I'm not the ego. I am not what my life has created. I am not this character that my experiences in my life has accumulated to just now, that creates this person that I call John. That's not who I am. I'm a spiritual being that's inhabiting this body, and because of all the experiences that happened to me, all the experiences that I've experienced from the time I was born to now, that's created the thing that I call my ego, which is named John. And you're able to transcend all that. You're able to transcend all of it. You have the choice of whether or not you want to be positive or negative. You have the choice of whether or not you want to be righteous or unrighteous. And just like you have those choices, you have the choice of whether or not to feel like you're alone or if you're not. Because, long story short, you're not alone. You're not alone. If somebody snakes you, there's somebody in the world that will never do that to you. If you feel like you're alone spiritually, like there's no all your cards are on the table, you played all your cards and